The Emmeryn we once knew is gone, but that doesn't mean she can't still help us. Emmeryn starts out at level 10 promoted, which is actually quite low for a spot pass character at this point in the game, and as a result, unlike a lot of the other characters like Wildheart we got previously, she will actually need a little bit of training before she's actually up to the standards of this point in the game, before she can really take on a lot of the other paralogs, so just be warned about that. But for a level 10 promoted character, her base stats in magic, skill and speed are very good, though she does have quite low starting HP and defense, so she is quite fragile there. Really though, the main asset that Emmeryn has is her magic growth and magic cap. Emmeryn has the highest magic cap of the first generation, and probably the absolute highest magic growth as well. In some ways, Emmeryn is almost the magical equivalent of Wildheart in terms of having pretty much the highest growth in the entire first generation there. And at higher levels, Emmeryn will be absolutely devastating as an offensive magic user. She will be one of the best that you have. Think of Emmeryn overall in terms of her stat build as a better version of Muriel, just with less support options. That's pretty much a good way to sum her up. She has much better magic than Muriel in addition to equal skill and speed growths. She's missing Muriel's +1 in skill, but she makes up for it with +1 resistance and +4 to magic rather than +3. And she has similar disadvantages to Muriel too, -2 in the defense cap, and a lower strength cap, which doesn't really matter because you're not really going to be using her in physical classes that much anyway. Basically, Emmeryn is one of the best sages in the game, so definitely a good idea to level her up a lot, because you really want to make use of that really good magic growth. Weirdly enough, early estimates for Emmeryn's growth turned out to be a lot higher than they actually were, so these growths actually aren't, quite as high as most estimates were, but they're still pretty good overall. She's got great luck as well, although her base luck is actually not all that good, and she has no positive cap there. But if you get her trained up, her luck should eventually be quite high. One thing to note about Emmeryn though is that she only starts with a C rank in tomes, so you might need a few arm scrolls to actually have her damage dealing be up to scratch for this point in the game. She does start out with an A rank in staves, and that does help when training her because she can really use any kind of staff immediately, so that's good for getting her some experience, and it also means that she can pretty much cover all of your healing needs right off the bat. It's just her tome rank that needs a little bit of help. So overall, stat-wise, I'd again sum up Emmeryn as a slightly stronger version of Muriel. Just she suffers from the same thing most spot pass characters suffer from, and that's a severe lack of supports. Like all of the other spot pass characters, Emmeryn can only support with the avatar, and this is really annoying. She can't support with Chrom or Lissa. Despite the fact that all siblings are normally able to support with each other in this game, Emmeryn is the one exception. She cannot support with Chrom and Lissa, and a lot of people are really annoyed at this, but that's just how spot pass characters work. The avatar is their only option, so that is really annoying, but yeah, it does reduce her support options quite heavily. But anyway, let's talk about her class options. Something interesting though that I need to mention about Emmeryn when it comes to skills. Emmeryn already starts out with the Magic +2 and Focus skills from the Mage class. This is really significant since Emmeryn does not actually have the Mage class as an option, meaning that she basically gets 2 bonus skills that she'd never normally be able to learn, so that's actually really nice. So despite starting out as a Sage, Emmeryn is canonically considered to have promoted from Cleric, not Mage. Again though, she still has the 2 Mage skills immediately. What this all does mean though is, she doesn't automatically have the 2 Cleric class skills, so reclassing her back to Cleric to learn Miracle and Heal Touch actually might be quite helpful. Miracle could help with her low durability, and Heal Touch is definitely going to be useful considering her A rank in Starve, so you might actually want to reclass her back to a base class here. She can also go to War Cleric to learn Rally Luck and Renewal. Emmeryn actually does make for a very good Rally user. She learns a lot of Rally skills. Rally Magic from Sage, Luck from War Cleric, resistance from Valkyrie, speed from Falcon Knight, and movement from Dark Flyer. So Emmeryn is actually really good as a rally bot if you want to use her as one. Renewal might also be helpful, but with Emmeryn's low durability, it's not really going to be all that useful. She can also be a Troubadour and Valkyrie, which gives her access to one of the other best female exclusive skills in the game, Dual Support Plus, which is actually pretty good considering that she barely gets the benefit of support at all, so she can at least, like, imitate the benefits of a C support or even a B support with that skill. I already explained the benefits of Rally Resistance, but she can also get Resistance Plus 2, which, not all that great, and Demoiselle, which is alright as a support skill if you want to use her more of a support unit like a healer. The Pegasus Knight tree is really where the main benefits can be seen though, because of course from this class she has access to Gale Force, which will really help once she gets enough magic to be a very powerful offensive magic user. And also she'll get Rally Speed and Rally Movement. Relief, again, it can stack with Renewal, but not really all that helpful with Emmeryn's terrible durability. And Lance Fair, again, you don't want Emmeryn to be using physical weapons if you can help it, so not really the best skill. But in terms of her skills overall, Emmeryn has a pretty nice combination of offensive and defensive/support skills. On the offensive side, you can go for Tome Fair and Gale Force, making her a ridiculously powerful offensive magic user. Maybe add in Dual Support Plus for extra support bonuses. On the support side, you can go for the Rally skills, Heal Touch, and Demoiselle. So Emmeryn, again, has a good combination of both offensive and defensive skills, though overall, the only classes I'd really consider her good in are Sage and Valkyrie. I wouldn't really keep her in any other classes apart from learning skills. Random fact about Emmeryn's classes though, if you reclass Emmeryn to Troubadour and put her on your Street Pass team, on other people's systems, her map sprite will actually be the same as Lyssa's for Troubadour, which is kinda strange. Normally characters have unique map sprites for all of their classes. For some reason, Emmeryn as an NPC, as in green Troubadour, will share Lyssa's sprite, but as an allied unit, i.e. a blue unit, she'll have her own unique sprite, so don't know why they did that. That seems like a bit of a weird glitch. Now it's on to voice acting trivia, and I did actually mention Emmeryn's voice actress earlier on in the playthrough, because I was trying to hide the fact that she was going to be playable eventually. But anyway, Emmeryn is voiced by Erin Fitzgerald, and when I first found this out, I had to double check, because I really thought, okay, there is no way that is possible. Why do I think this? Well, Erin Fitzgerald's most well-known role is as Chie Santanaka in Persona 4 Golden and Onward. And if you know this character, you'll know she's literally the exact opposite of Emmeryn. Complete polar opposite of Emmeryn in terms of personality. And yeah, that's why when I found out that she had the same voice actress, I actually had to double check, because I literally could not believe that the same person who voices Chie could voice Emmeryn, but apparently she actually does. It is true, so I really have to commend her vocal range, because that is amazing. Other roles that she's done, who are absolutely nothing like Emmeryn, include two gigantic spoiler characters in Danganronpa, and I can't even tell you who they are, because the very fact that Erin Fitzgerald voices these characters is a huge spoiler in its own right, so I can't say that, but let's just say they're also ridiculously different from Emmeryn, and I mean really, really ridiculously different from Emmeryn. Even more than Chie, as if that was possible. And she's also Quark in Virtue's Last Reward, and Tipo in Tales of Exilia. See this picture that I'm showing up on the screen right now? I don't mean the girl, I mean the sock puppet. Yes, the same voice actress who voices Emmeryn voices a sock puppet. Yeah. Despite having played Tales of Exilia for a while, I actually had no idea the sock puppet had the same voice as Emmeryn, so that's another testament to her vocal range. I mean, seriously. I cannot praise her enough for this, because, again, when I first heard that she voiced Emmeryn, my first reaction was, holy crap, that's amazing! So yeah, for those of you wondering if her voice actress often plays characters like Emmeryn, the answer is definitely no. So that's interesting.